Welcome to Pari Style Poem. I hope all students are enjoying the summaries of literature lesson. Thank you to all invisible hands which supported to develop Pari Style Poem.
Today, in the series of summaries, we are going to study Lesson 7. A Visit to Cambridge by Firdaus Kanga. A good name is better than good face or body. Stephen Hawking's case was just like that. A Visit to Cambridge is written by Firdaus Kanga, writer and journalist from Mumbai. He was born with brittle bones that tended to break easily when he was a child. This is the story of two differently abled persons who tried to fight against tide. These two, viz. Firdaus Kanga and Stephen Hawking, did not give up and became an emblem of courage and creativity. Earlier England was important to the author only because there was Cambridge. Now it had a greater appeal for him. He had met Stephen Hawking there during a walking tour. Stephen Hawking is a disabled person. He is the successor of Isaac Newton and has his chair at the university. He is a brilliant astrophysicist. He is also the author of A Brief History of Time. It is the biggest bestseller of his times. Meeting Hawking. A man is known by the company he keeps. Here too Kanga wanted to have Stephen Hawking in his company so that he could derive inspiration from him. The walking tour for the narrator was over. The writer phoned Stephen Hawking's house. He told the assistant that he had come from India on a wheelchair. He mentioned that he wanted to write a book about his travels in Britain and expressed his desire to see Stephen Hawking. The interview began at 3:30. The writer felt that the disabled got fed up with people asking them to be brave. Actually, they got stronger on seeing somebody like them, achieving something huge. Professor Stephen Hawking replied that he hadn't ever been brave. He had no choice in it. A bad tree does not yield good apples. The writer told him that most people think that the disabled people are chronically unhappy. The narrator complains that people ask to have courage as if it grows on tree and one can pluck it any time they wish to. The voice replied that he found it amusing when people patronized him. The writer was among the people who looked at Professor Hawking as an inspiration. He asked whether he felt annoyed when people like him and come to visit him as he gets disturbed him. The answer flashed yes, such a straightforward answer. Hawking's smile made the writer think that he was one of the most beautiful men in the world, though apparently he seemed only a skeleton. In a series of questions, the writer asked Hawking's opinion about the best thing about being disabled. Hawking did not give a positive reply as he does not find anything positive. The writer's next question was about kindness in the world. Without beating about the bush, Hawking agreed fully on this point. This idea of being others' inspiration was not liked by Hawking. He advised the disabled to concentrate on what they are good. They should try nothing beyond it. They must not be over-enthusiastic. Then the writer saw Hawking's big garden. At last he wheeled out. The writer found his journey successful and inspiring. Thank you to all the fingers that supported me to develop Pari style poem.